And a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. It is trophy time for the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championships. The Spokane Sasquatch and Highline Thunderbirds all set to do battle here on Court 1. Let's send things down to our public service announcer as he will introduce the teams, and we'll get the national anthem taken care of as well.
Good afternoon, volleyball fans, and welcome to the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championship. Today's championship match will feature the visiting team, the Highline Thunderbirds. And the home team today will be the Spokane Sasquatch. We'd like to thank our sponsors of the NWAC tournament: Red Lion Hotel Sedans, Washington National Guard, Baden Sports, Under Armour, the Tacoma South Sound Sports Commission, and our host college, the Pierce College. The three core principles of the NWAC are character, competition, and community. The NWAC encourages you as a fan to enjoy the competition, cheer the athletes, and respect those involved. Good sportsmanship is at the core of competition, and the NWAC asks that you refrain from swearing or derogatory remarks directed at student athletes, officials, and other fans. Failure to adhere to this responsibility will be cause for your removal from the site. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that you rise if you are able and remove your hats for the presentation of our nation's colors by Rogers High School JROTC and the singing of our national anthem by Nicole Eskridge. Please remain standing until the colors have been retired.
Color guard, attention, forward, hop!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket
Thank you again to the Rogers High School JROTC and Nicole Eskridge. May we have the team captains to center court for the presentation of today's match ball. Presenting the match ball today from the Wounded Warrior Project is Area Eatman. We joined the Army in 1990 and served for 15 years, having served in Operation Enduring Freedom. Area currently lives in the Tacoma area and is attending are his daughters, Brianna, Ariana, and Brianna's teammate, Adriana. With the Wounded Warrior Project, area does a lot of things such as cycling and such, and we appreciate everything that you have done for our country and everything that you do with the Wounded Warrior Project. Ladies and gentlemen, Area Eatman. And now, folks, let's get to your rosters for today. The visiting team today in the green on the scoreboard will be the Thunderbirds from Highline College. At for Highline, your center, the 5'8" sophomore, number 1, Tasha Akana. Middle block is the 6'3" sophomore, number 5, Adrian Henry. At outside hitter, 5'9" sophomore, number 16, Val. At center, 5'7" freshman, number 7, Kiani Iki Troy. At libero, 5'8" sophomore, number 8, Rahia Mahaba. At outside hitter, 5'8" freshman, number 10, Juanita Chilemuela. At outside hitter, 5'9" freshman, number 12, Madison Sapman. At middle block, the 6'3" sophomore, number 13, Kate McGrath. At outside hitter, 5'10" freshman, number 14, Missy Riviera. At outside hitter, 5'9" freshman, number 15, Alicia Wynn. At center, 5'6" freshman, number 16, April Kaliega. At outside hitter, the 6' freshman, number 18, Tina Bita. Assistant coaches are Jeff McDonald and Russ Dickinson. Head coach of the Thunderbirds is Chris Miller. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your home team in the red on the scoreboard, the Spokane Sasquatch. At middle block, the 6'1" sophomore, number 2, Joy Cassell. At middle block, the 6' sophomore, number 3, Riley Sinclair. At outside hitter, 6'2" freshman, number 5, Brooklyn Ryder. At outside hitter, 5'8" freshman, number 7, Jordan Shaw. At outside hitter, 5'9" sophomore, number 8, Elisa Shaw. Outside hitter, 6' sophomore, number 11, Taylor Jewell. The defensive specialist, the 5'6" freshman, number 12, Alina Donovan. The defensive specialist, the 5'8" freshman, number 13, Allison Russell. At center, 5'8" freshman, number 14, Jeffrey South. Middle block, the 6'1" freshman, number 15, Hannah Russell. At center, 6' freshman, number 16, Lindsay Russell. At outside hitter, 5'7" freshman, number 17, Gabby Edwards. And defensive specialist, the 5'6" freshman, number 20, Michaela Edwards. Assistant coaches for Spokane are Caitlin Matea, Lizzie Rydell, Father Richardson, and the head coach of the Sasquatch, Denny Cole. Your officials for tonight's match, Alicia Provost, Tina Priest, Megan Triggs, Mark Cullen. Ladies, let's play championship ball.
And a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. It is Championship Sunday here in the city of Destiny, and we're live on Court 1. Wes Tucker here keeping you company along with Kathy Woods. Kathy, it is the final day of the 2018 season, and a lot of pressure again on Spokane. Still undefeated at this point, looking for the perfect season, and the Highline Thunderbirds looking to play that spoiler.
Boy, both teams have worked so hard to get here, Russ. I'm just happy to be here and to see this in action. It's going to be a great match. I'm anxious to see if Highline can pressure these Spokane Sasquatch, and I just think it's going to be a great match.
All right, and Highline actually handing the Spokane Sasquatch their first set loss of the tournament back on day 2 of the festivities here in Tacoma. So these two teams not very familiar with each other. They have one game against each other under the belt. They did not meet in the regular season. Just here in the postseason was Highline able to take that first set, but then Spokane was able to figure them out and take out the rest in stellar fashion in 8-point margins.
And that's what makes it so exciting. Actually, they saw each other in the showcase way back in August. And since then, yeah, they haven't seen each other other than film. So that's the coach's responsibility to do their homework. And that's all they've seen of each other. So here we go.
So just about ready to get going. A best-of-5 matchup here. If Highline comes away with the win, handing Spokane that first loss, we're going to play a best-of-3 to crown a champion. It's going to be put up on the outside by Kawa. Set again. And 18 points starting off for the Spokane Sasquatch. Again, Community College of Spokane, Gray on the scoreboard. Highline College in green, and back to serve for Spokane is going to be Russell. Again, one of the Russell triplets on the Spokane roster this year as they go outside. And a good hit over that time by Alicia Straw. And here comes Nguyen, and it looks like going to be 4 touches on the side of Spokane, giving Highline their first point.
You're going to see a lot of jitters here in this first set. There's actually someone in the net, so just a little anxious on that block.
And that means it's going to be Talaiga going back to serve, a freshman setter out of Auburn, Washington. As the serve is up and over, set, and it's going to have to be hit over this time, courtesy of Jordan Shaw. And good blocking up front and off the touch of Talaiga. Another point for the Community College of Spokane. Got a long season. And when was the last time we had a perfect season in the Northwestern Athletic Conference? Spokane on the heels.
The one that I remember that went all the way was back. Terry McLaughlin had an incredible year at Chemeketa, going 50-0, winning the NWAC championship.
Wow.
And having all the national honors a coach can have and a team can have at the ABCA. Coach of the year, fantastic year. But that's been a while ago.
Yeah, to say the least, possibly another perfect season in the offing for Spokane, but Highline, you cannot count this team out by any means, as teams seem to be trading points here. Adrienne Haggerty, and looking for 2 touches, but not getting it was Haggerty, and that point's going to go to the Sasquatch. And now some confusion over on the bench of Highline. It looks like it was touched twice by Mulwald of Spokane, and maybe she got away with something there. Put up and on the outside. Good hit coming from Bell, and put across by Mulwald, and that's going to find the corner. 5-1 the score in favor of Spokane, and back to serve will be Alicia Straw, a sophomore outside hitter out of Verdale, Washington. So you serve up and over. Set, and here's Haggerty. Outside once more. Nguyen. And they give it to Bell. Russell waits for it. And down off the block of Haggerty, but the hit delivered by Taylor Gould.
Oh, early timeout called by Chris. That's a smart move. Nobody knows their team better than their coaches. And he wants to call them on in, settle them down a little bit, remind them who they are, and just take a big breath and get that next point.
So early timeout, we'll step away, but don't go anywhere. Plenty more NWAC volleyball when we come back.
I chose Centralia College because I really felt like school, academic-wise and soccer-wise, it would be a good fit for me. And then I come here and I play, and it's like the competition is crazy, and I don't think the label of community college means anything to the skill that people have. My name is Gabby, and I play soccer at Centralia College, and I go boldly. I chose Centralia College because
we see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
So right after the timeout against Spokane on a 6-1 run to open up the game, Adrian Haggerty finding the court, and there's a Highline point.
That's how you can tell the timing of the timeout was successful or not. They get that next point, and sure enough, got the next point. Now they can add on to their score. It's a good timeout by Coach Chris.
Yeah, another thing that we like to talk about up here is momentum and timeouts. Again, we talked about a great way to shift it. So we'll see how long they can ride this momentum shift. Hopefully grabbing a lead there. Again, we're looking for a great competitive matchup here in the championship. That one's going to go down off the block of Haggerty, and another point for Spokane.
Yeah, Highline's going to have to figure out really quick how to stop the Spokane threat here at the net. They've done it before, so that, you know, they'll figure it out.
And Allison Russell back to serve. Ego waiting for it, and now it's going to be set up outside Nguyen. And in the middle, here's Russell. Set across, and waiting for it is McKenna Russell, and here comes Gould.
Oh, man. You know, the Spokane setter, and she is amazing. You know, she always is able to set. She's able to where the blockers are. She sets from pin to pin, and that was just a beautiful release on that set. Easy for the hitter.
Well, we're talking about fantastic setters. You got one on the other side as well. That's Kiana Troy, who is doing some great work there, setting up the easy kill for Nguyen. Yeah. 8-3. Again, we got a chance to talk with Kiani after the semifinal matchup. They say they're looking forward to another go-around with Spokane, able to take that set from proving that Spokane was in fact human after all. After handing him that first set loss, as Russell sets and Gould on the outside, and off the touch that time, and it looks like it caught the hand of Talaiga. So 9-3 here early in set number one. And back to serve is Demary Sugg, freshman out of Wenatchee, Washington. Just clearing the net, beautifully taken care of in the back, and it's got to be hit across, but not enough power that time off the hand of Talaiga. So 10-3 in favor of the Spokane Sasquatch, and we got a good crowd on hand here. Got a chance to hear them a little bit during the pregame festivities. And we talked about how volleyball, some people think not a real spectator sport. And I'm feeling a lot of energy being provided by the crowd here at the
it's a great spectator sport there, Wes. I'll argue with you on that. So much action, so such high level of competition at this tournament.
So now it's going to be set up Russell to Russell, and just put across. Waiting for it now is Troy, and Nguyen trying to collect the point off the touch, and does so. And Alicia Nguyen, the freshman out of Renton, Washington, has also been a force to be reckoned with from that right side. On the left side, she hasn't been doing as much, but you set her up there on the right, and she will absolutely put it away. And now that I'm saying that, I'm realizing that the sides are kind of flipped from where I'm saying that, so I'm going to rectify my statement.
Whatever you say, that was a real sharp angle, and it was an excellent hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun to see. She has to be creative with that tall block. You know, she has to cut it, she has to hit the high hands, or she has to force an error on the outside block, and that was an excellent hit.
And a service error by Jordan Schaff will put the ball back into the court of the Highline Thunderbirds. And the third place honors being won by the host school, the Pierce College Raiders, was a great matchup with the Highline Thunderbirds here on Court 1 last night.
I have to tell you, I'm really proud of Pierce, too. They've really come along. That's the best finish they've had in school history. So congratulations to Pierce on their 3rd place.
And back to serve next, McKenna Russell. Yeah, one of the Russell triplets out of Spokane, Washington. And Troy sets the outside, and trying to put it away that time was Missy Ribeiro. Foul the outside, going to Nguyen, and dug out nicely. To be put over by Straw. And Nguyen again, this time softer approach, and how about the effort there to get to that ball from Sugg. And Nguyen again. And Straw. Boy, quite the volley here. As Russell sets, here's Straw once more, and that one's going to go off the block of Ribeiro.
You know, that's just what I'm talking about. Their ball control, the ability to change the speed of the game, and also to go from pin to pin. You know, it just has the front row and Highline going back and forth, and it wears them out. And then we go for the kill. It gets one block. That's always a hitter's #1 goal, or a setter actually, to get a hitter one-on-one with the blocker, because the hitter should win one-on-one with that blocker. So that was an excellent set, realizing there's only one block for that hitter.
So quick point there for the Swatch, and now McKenna Russell to serve. Waiting for it is Kawa, set up on the left side, and a little too far out of bounds, but it looks like it was touched up front by Straw. Point for Highline, 14-6 here in set 1. Again, this first game is best of 5. If Highline's able to hand Spokane their first loss of the tournament, we'll have another game for you, and that one will be best of 3. First 4 sets consisting of 25 points. The 5th, if necessary, will consist of 15 as a quality block up front by Riley Seclair. Will put another point in favor of Spokane. 15-6 the score, a 9-point lead. And back to serve is going to be Lindsey Russell. Troy, and how about Haggerty?
You know, I really like that. You know, they go to her first, she gets blocked. You know, who wants the ball more the second set? Go back to your strength right there, and she'll get it done the second time. That was excellent. Smart move.
So April Telaiga, and the 5'6" freshman with the serve, setting on the outside, and into the net it goes off the hand of Brooklyn Rayner. So 15-8 as Highline beginning to close the gap a little bit. They trailed by 9. So the serve is up and over. Straw waits for it and set across. Nguyen able to get there. And Nguyen again, and 2 touches off of the setter Troy. So back serve once more, Alicia Straw. So an 8-point differential here. Spokane with a very comfortable lead. Highline trying to disrupt it. And some miscommunication there from the Thunderbirds, and that's not going to be able to clear the net.
You know, that's one of the things that happens in volleyball when you start to get down a little bit. If you get tense, you quit moving, you quit talking. They got to take a big breath and start talking and moving a little bit more. Pull it back together.
And service right on the edge. A service ace for Straw and the Sasquatch.
Wow, that serve just dropped. What a serve.
And that's going to force another timeout to be taken by the Thunderbirds. So we step away again, an 18-8 score, 10-point differential. And we'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsor. And we'd like to thank the Wounded Warrior Project. More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, and an estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including PTSD and major depression, as well as traumatic brain injury. So a big thank you to the Wounded Warrior Project, truly doing fantastic work. And speaking of the Wounded Warrior Project, kind of a high-profile guest in attendance, as Area Eatman has decided to make an appearance at the tournament today. Eatman served 15 years in the Army from 1990 and was a big part of Operation Enduring Freedom. So we welcome you back into the broadcast. The first point going to be won by the Thunderbirds.
I really like Highline. Again, after that timeout, they came back, changed it up a little bit of a conservative play, but it worked with a tip right in the middle.
And Gould set up and brought down by Mahwal.
You know, that set was set right between the blockers. She found the hole, hit the high hands. Excellent hit by Spokane.
And here in set one, a 19-9 score in favor of the Community College of Spokane. And back to serve is going to be Allison Russell. Troy to the outside. Here comes Nguyen. Able to keep it up. And Gould from the left side. Troy again to the middle. Here comes Haggerty.
Yeah, I think Highline just needs to get her going a little bit, you know, and she's capable of doing so. Unfortunately, she's going back to the back row right now, but I saw her in yesterday's match. She's an incredible server as well. She got 3 straight ace points there at the end of match one.
Waiting
Another
for
good serve. Yep.
Gallagher, the libero, and out of bounds it goes. Another point for the Thunderbirds. Starting to close the gap a little bit. Still an 8-point deficit. But funnier things have happened in volleyball. Remember, a couple of years ago, we had a 12-point run before a point was able to be answered, forgetting exactly which two teams that was against. But now a good set up to the left side, and Talaiga out of bounds.
I think to get that momentum back, Highline really has to focus on eliminating their unforced errors and keeping that ball in play and just working on their defense and staying aggressive on offense.
And back to serve is Sugg. Up and across. Russell, and a point for the Thunderbirds.
You know, this official, she's a top quality official, and she's calling a tight match, but it seems to be very consistent so far. And she called a double on that last play, which doesn't happen that often on Spokane setters.
That's going to send Taisha Kana back to serve as Gould is out of bounds. Another point for Highline. So momentum seems to have shifted a bit. That's 3 consecutive points for the Thunderbirds.
Spokane needs to be careful right now. They want to maintain that momentum heading into that second set.
Gallagher waits for it. Now Gould from the right. Right side, here comes Nguyen with the kill.
Oh, what a kill. Split the block right down the middle. Man, she got up on that. Nothing pumps a team up higher than getting a kill right by the 10-foot line.
So how long now before Coach Jenny Hull decides to shift it with a timeout? As Gallagher waits for it again, and there's another good sign from Highline.
And I think, yep, there she goes.
It is, right there.
Good timing on that.
Almost
Again, they
on
know
cue.
their own team and they know what's going on, so that's a smart timeout by Coach Jenny.
Very good one as Highline on the march here. We'd like to take this time to remind you today's game brought to you by the Northwestern Athletic Conference. Fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on scores, schedules, stats, and more. Also brought to you by Clark College. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you want to complete your degree, train for a job, or earn that high school diploma, Clark College can help you get going in the right direction. Visit clark.edu to learn more. So, Kathy, again, a good first set here. Looked a little lopsided toward the beginning, But now, over the last couple of minutes, Highline has really come back and made it a little more interesting.
And that's what Spokane knows. They know that Highline is capable, and I know there's a lot of respect right there. And Highline is capable of coming back, and so they're feeling a little bit right now, and definitely in this first set. Anxious to see this next point, what happens.
Definitely.
I was able to talk to both coaches before the match. Real interesting on what they're saying about this year's teams and the strengths of each one, and I can see what they're talking about, with the liberos. Both argue that, they have the best liberos on their teams, and I'm seeing that right now with defense.
And out of bounds off the touch of Kawa. The first point after the timeout is going to go to Spokane, 21-15 the score.
I was talking with Chris from Highline, and I said, what's the strength of your team? And he says, because my players can play any position. We've done it all this year, and he feels real confident with whatever he puts out on the floor. And so he nothing to say but good things about his team and how much he loves them. And they've done remarkable this year.
Well, that they have. Spokane collects the point.
I asked Chris, I go, you haven't been this high since you've been head coach? He goes, no, this is my first championship game. So he was really excited. Last time Highline was in a championship game was 1993. And that was when his dad was at the helm of Highline. His dad, John Lemon, is a legend in this area and coached quite a bit. And they had several NWAC championships, the last one being in 1990. But it has been a while. So Chris is very proud of this team and how far they've gotten, and they're fighting hard to stay in this match.
And that was back when the NWAC South was still the powerhouse of the volleyball area, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, they've had lots of swings in the NWAC over the years. We've had a swing from Highline. Highline's been in both the North and the West. We've had swings on the East. We've had swings from the South. And we've had championship teams in the West. So the NWAC is a balanced volleyball league, and it just varies from year to year. Last year we had 3 South teams of the 4. This year we didn't make it. So it changes year after year, and that's what's exciting about junior college volleyball. Every year is different.
And now going back service is going to be McKenna Russell. And 23-16 the score in favor of Spokane as the ball is up and cleared, set by Kiki Troy, and back up the block, and that point credited to Mulholland. Set point number 1 for Spokane. Yeah, McKenna Russell, 6'1" freshman, ready to go. So the serve is up and waiting for it is Kawa. Troy to Nguyen. And cleared by Shaw. And they're going to award the point as it was touched twice on the side of the Thunderbirds.
You hate to see a last point of a set called on an illegal set, but it was a 2-touch on that, so good call.
All right, so the first set is in the books, and we have ourselves a score of 1-0. We'll be right back, set number 2, after a brief word from our sponsors. You're watching the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quay? Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
And big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center here on Court 1. Wes Tucker and Kathy Woods keeping you company. So, Kathy, what exactly did we see in set number 1 in this championship game?
Well, I think Spokane played a flawless set. I mean, they're showing that they're here for real. And, you know, I can't speak more highly of Jenny and what she's done. She had an excellent recruiting year. She's really used her strengths to the best of her abilities, and they simply played flawless. Highline's really going to have to control the ball to get back into this match. And, you know, saying enough about Highline, they too have come back from not, like I said before, not making it to the championships, not doing well in the championships. And for them to even make it a championship, they've come such big strides and have really improved their program. So I'm really happy for both of these teams. But Spokane did play a flawless first set.
So set number 2 begins with the service ace for the Sasquatch, and now a botched block up front. Looks like it was Adrian Haggerty, and 2 quick points to Spokane, 2-0 here in the early goings of set number 2. As the serve from Russell is good. Kawa waiting for it, set in the middle, Haggerty again, and that point's also going to go to Spokane.
You know, I was talking to Jenny before, and I says, how are you handling this pressure of being undefeated? And I thought it was really smart what she said. She knows the pressures. They felt it all along. So after each win, they get together and they do something fun and maybe something silly to take their mind off of it. You know, whether it's a quick little dance or going out and just doing something crazy, and it takes the pressure off. And I think that's great strategy. You have to have strategies to be able to handle that record.
Well, not just athletes, they are humans after all as well.
Yes. I think it was funny on one of their matches where they had some goals. The assistant coach, Caitlin, said, you know, if we win this match, you're going to throw me in the lake. And it's exactly what happened. They won the match, 40 degrees, the team threw her in the lake. That was one of Jenny's highlights this year. I thought that was pretty good. You know, it says something about the sport and what athletics is when, you know, she doesn't remember a particular win as much as she does what's off the court with her girls, and I think that's really good.
So Highline, 2 quick points there, and now put back across courtesy of Ribeiro, and now we're tied up at 3. So again, the first 3 points of the set won by Spokane, but then the next 3 in a row won by the Thunderbirds. Back to serve is Talaiga. Set to the outside and dug out by Kawa. It's got to be set across now by Nguyen. To the left, and looks like another illegal set.
Okay, this is exactly how Highline wanted to start out. I see an energy spike right now. They're looking at each other. They're talking to each other a little bit more. See how long this can last.
Gallagher on the receiving end of the serve. But up and across, Kawa waits for it. Troy and Haggerty, looks like another illegal set.
Like I said, she's calling a tight match, but it is consistent.
So a 4-4 score, and back to serve is going to be Alicia Straw. And only a couple of service aces as we've entered the second set. Just clearing the net. Kawa waiting for. Now it's to be hit across by Talaiga. Set to the right, and here comes Gould. Kawa again. And Haggerty able to clear it. And they're going to say it was touched 4 times.
It rolled off one player into the other, and they didn't think they saw that. Send it over. It was 4 touches. That's the rule.
So when the 4-touch violations happen, is that generally because of a breakdown of communication?
That one was. 2 people going for 1 ball. Ricochets off 1. That's 2 touches, even though 1 attempt.
So 6-4 the score. Spokane with a 2-point lead. They led by 3 to open up the set, and Straw to serve once more. Up and across, waiting for Talaiga. Now Troy, they go toward the middle. Here comes Nguyen, but that goes right into...
You know, that is a little bit of, timeout. He wants to pull them together. Again, a good timeout for his team. You know, when the defensive player can jump and hit, it's much better to do an offensive attack on that back row attack instead of letting the libero take it, who can't jump and hit. So she needs to back off and let the hitter hit.
All right, so we'll take a quick break, but don't you go anywhere. We got more of the second set when we return. Again, you're watching the NWAC Sports Network.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
So back in Tacoma again, Wes Tucker and Kathy Woods here keeping you company in this championship game. And as we go through, we've seen a lot of illegal sets here. And again, that's nothing more than touching the ball twice when you're trying to set it up for the outside hitter. I mean, it's, again, setting is not easy as these girls make it look. It's very easy to touch it twice. I tried doing some setting drills yesterday. And if I had to do 5 push-ups for every illegal set I had, I may be buffed by now.
You have to remember the pressure's on. This is the championship game. And usually it happens when they're not set to make the set, they don't have their feet there, or they're simply just too tight.
And ball's hit backwards. Gallagher, and they're not going to be able to clear it.
There you go. I think he's 3 for 3 on his timeout calls and getting the point after the timeout.
And very formal looking today, the coaching staff of Highline. Not too often you see shirt and tie in volleyball.
Yeah, he told me earlier this week, he goes, Kath, we make it the championships, I'm wearing a tie.
Very nice. We've seen a lot of that come March with the NWAC basketball championship. As we have ourselves a 7-6 score now in favor of the Spokane Sasquatch. Back to serve for Spokane will be Allison Russell. Kiki Troy to Adrienne Haggerty. Quality blocking up front by Gould. And now set across. And Haggerty up front with the block. Are they able to clear it? Yes, they are. And brought back down by Russell.
Yeah, that's one of the problems you have. If not quite ready for the ball, you take the ball underhand versus with your hands above. It has a tendency that tight to the net to pass back over the net, and that was the error on that.
Service is good. Cow on the receiving end. Troy on the set. Here comes Nguyen from the outside, and look at that block.
Wow. You know, that was a beautiful approach for Highline, and just the block was just that much better. That really closed up at the last minute.
And Russell has served once more. As the official scoreboard is showing 10-5 as our score. Apologies to everybody watching the broadcast.
Oh, wow, did she get up? That was incredible. She, you know, she is incredible. You know, and she always finishes with that fantastic kill and then goes back. Then she has to go back row. But here again, let's watch her serve. That float on that serve is amazing.
And Adrienne Haggerty just clearing the net and a service ace.
I didn't plan that.
But see, the trick is to turn around and pretend like it was all part of the plan.
Usually it floats. It didn't even get a chance to float on that. It just trickled down over the net.
Just a luck of the draw there for Highline, and Haggerty to serve once more.
There it goes. Oh, just long.
So following the service ace, a service error.
That's the problem with the float. It can float up and it can float down, and that one floated up right at the end line.
And back to serve next will be Demary Sugg. Up and across, waiting for Nguyen. Set by Troy. They go Nguyen on the left side, and nicely put down. So 11-8 the score. A little bit closer of a set than what we saw in set one. So what adjustments has Highline made here in set two?
Well, I think they're more aggressive. I just think they've settled down offensively a little bit more. They seem to be attacking a little bit harder. I don't see anything strategically that has changed that much, other than just more aggressive. Every hit is a hit with purpose, and that's what you have to do in volleyball. You just can't hit to hit. You hit with purpose. You hit towards a hole. You hit towards a weak player, somebody that's not ready. Both teams are doing that right now. Some great rallies right now.
So that one blocked off the hit of Betham. Here comes Nguyen, and just in front of Gallagher, a good diving save made by Straw. Hit across. Cowell waiting for it. Set by Troy. And here comes Betham again, and that hit the boundary marker. So 12-8 here. Spokane winning the first set again by a score of 25-16.
Might look for a changeup right now, and whenever you have a long rally like that, you don't want another long one right after that. That's usually a time you'll see a tip or chip. Yep, there's the chip. A little bit of a change of pace right there. Trying to get control. Now they can set it up and see what happens. Yep.
And right to the middle and off the block in the center. A result in a quick point for Highline.
So many times you have to realize when you set up a rally, it might not be to kill in that rally. It might be to regain control, to get a free ball back, to make it difficult for the other team to get it back so you can set it up the next time. That's exactly what Highline did that last time.
Boy, and there's a home run swing right there on the serve.
I haven't seen that yet. That was high, deep, and long.
Oh, yeah. It's going to clear most fences except Fenway. And now a 13-9 score after the service error. Powell waiting for it. Troy to the outside. And off the hand that time of Demary Sugg. It's going to be a point for the Thunderbirds. 13-10, just a 3-point deficit. And that is really not much of a lead at all, especially in junior college volleyball.
No, this is a tight set right now.
And there's another.
But, you know, Highline can't be doing that. They get the ball back and they serve it long. It's 2 rotations in a row. First serve. Get that momentum and keep it. Spokane is just that steady that you can't give them those unforced errors.
And skipping over the net, Troy on the set. Haggerty has to tap it across. And now Russell in the middle. And waiting for it is Straw. And another illegal set. So 15-10 the score.
Chris isn't liking that call. It was a double hit, unfortunately.
And Cowell on the receiving end of Russell's serve. They go to Betham outside. Gallagher waits for it. Russell on the set again. And a good block up front by Haggerty. Ball still in play, and it comes back our way and actually winds up in the booth.
Ooh, let me touch that ball.
Yeah, by all means, go ahead and give that ball back. And now another timeout's going to be taken by the Thunderbirds. So the gap has widened a bit here. 16-10 the score. Before we send you away, we'd like to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Centralia College. Centralia College is your college for associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on financial aid and classes. Applying is easy and free. Visit centralia.edu to learn more. Centralia College. Go boldly.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
And back now at the Convention Center, volley up and underway as Spokane will collect the first point right out of the timeout taken by the Thunderbirds as we get your scoreboard back. 17-10 the score and a 1-0 set lead for the Community College of Spokane.
You know, I think that's really interesting that Chris took that timeout so soon. It kind of goes with what he was saying on his, he has a lot of depth. So calling a timeout with when your team only has 10 points, yeah, there he goes right there. Now he's going to go and resort to his subs as timeout breakers, because he doesn't have any more timeouts left. So he's going to be very strategic now in his coaching with his substitutions, trying to get back into the set.
As the serve is up and good, set, and here comes Adrienne Haggerty, and right back off of her head it looked like. 19-10 in favor of Spokane. And there's just some physics against you there. Ball right back off the block, hitting the noggin and down to the court it fell. As that one will go off the block, Talaiga.
You know, Spokane is so solid. They're playing just the way they played all year. Nothing gets in their minds, and that give a lot of credit to them because they are made up of mostly freshmen. This team is not going away.
No, not at all.
They only have 4 sophomores on their team. And, you know, Jenny did a great job recruiting with, you know, the 3 triples and the twins.
Yeah, half of the returning class is related.
Yeah, exactly. And they obviously have played together all growing up. And what a smart move on her part. And just, you know, Spokane's always been tough to compete against. And, boy, she's brought them back. And so this is I love to see this. They deserve their undefeated record, and they're showing just how composed they are and how together they are and just really balanced.
I mean, there's no way to build better team chemistry than to bring in the strongest bond possible, and that's family.
Yes, exactly. Communication, chemistry. I mean, that's smooth. And the conference knew this when she got those recruited. They're like, oh, watch out for Spokane, and sure enough.
So back to serve now is Straw for the Sasquatch as the serve is up and across. And capitalized up front, credit Taylor Gould. 22-11 in the 11-point lead as Spokane beginning to tear this set wide open. Service is up and a little miscommunication there, and they're going to pay for it. And another ball up here in the booth.
Yeah, I think.
My goodness.
Missing my days right there.
I guess. Well, they're giving us the opportunity to get involved in the game. So. And Straw now with the serve. Set. And just having to hit it across, but no.
So Highline just has to simplify right now. You don't want to push too much, they got to get control. Keep it simple, find the holes. Settle down.
So Straw to serve on set point. Kawa to the left. Here comes Bell. And now outside
that
again.
Set. Beautiful.
And this time just passed across. Gould waiting for it. Set up in the middle. And Haggerty.
Oh, tit for tat, we say.
Another opportunity here. This time the hit coming.
Nice set. Nice set. Settle down. Roberto takes it.
And Gould again, this time from the right.
Oh, nice cross court right there. Good dig by Highline.
And out of bounds it goes. And that is set number 2. So sitting admirably, to say the least, is the Community College of Spokane. And they are 1 set away from being crowned your 2018 NWAC Volleyball Champions. We'll see if they can sustain it when we come back. And you're watching the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And back now at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. Again, the Community College of Spokane, one set away from being crowned the 2018 champions, but Highline looking to play the spoiler here and force that deciding 31st game of the tournament. So Kathy, why don't you recap set number 2 for us? What did we see?
Well, you know, Highline started out really strong, and it was back and forth, and it looked like they were going to give them a run for their money, but then Spokane, steady and solid. That's what they've been doing all year. They come back, and Highline makes an error, and it counts for 2, then it counts for 3, then they miss a serve. So they just shook them up a little bit and then pulled away, and they just need to settle down. I think it's very interesting. I just watched Chris right now, Highline coach, went up and give a couple of his players a hug and just kind of remind them how good they are. And I thought that was a good move on his part to settle them down and let them know that they are good, they deserve to be here, and they're playing hard. You know, and once they relax, they can show them what they can do. And it shows on that first point. So I'm really happy to see them come out aggressive right now.
And Kawa back doing the serving for the Thunderbirds here as the service is good. Waiting for it is Straw set to the outside. And there's a good point off the hit of Mahol.
You know, Spokane's really taking advantage of the deep shot, whether it's downline or cross court. They're aiming deep, they're getting deep, and most of their points are from deep shots down the line right now.
To the middle, here's Adrienne Haggerty off the touch of Straw.
They will go. Highline will use her. She's their go-to, and she's stepping up right now. They will not go down without a fight, that is for sure.
I mean, you expect nothing less with the influence of Chris Littleman over there on the bench.
Exactly.
Fighter until the end.
That's how they got there. They fight hard. They work hard, they fight hard. They're a good team or else they wouldn't be here. There's that down-the-line shot again by Spokane, though. Highline's going to have to do something to cover that shot.
Now, what makes that shot so difficult to defend against?
Well, because it's the hardest shot for an offensive player to have. It's much easier to hit cross court, cross your body like that, than to turn your body kind of out of the court to hit down the line. You have less court to aim for, and it's a difficult shot, but Spokane has the players to do it.
Definitely they do, as another illegal set will result in a .4 highlight. And we're seeing a lot of illegal sets, at least more in this match than I've seen in other matches.
And it's good, but I think it's consistent. I think, you know, neither team likes to see it. Neither team really likes the call, but she's calling on both sides.
Set to the outside. Here they go, and that one's going to go down off of the hit of Brooklyn Rayner.
Wow.
And a lot of power there, and that is a dandy of a swing.
Yeah. Cross court, short cross court, amazing.
And now Allison Russell to serve for the Sasquatch, set by Troy up front, and Nguyen. Wow, how are they able to keep that one up?
Oh.
And Haggerty.
Little trickery. Oh, and trickery right back. Throwing, change of pace. Nice. Wayne, good defense. Wayne stayed disciplined.
Kawa, now Troy again. And Gould from the left side, and into the net it goes.
What a rally. What a rally.
So 4-3 here in the early goings of set number 3. 25-16, Spokane won the first set. 25-11, Spokane winning the second. And now just one set away from the NWAC title. Meanwhile, Highline gonna need to require nothing but perfection.
You know, Spokane also has excellent serves. I've been watching. We have an excellent viewpoint right here behind the inline to see exactly where they're serving. The coaches calling the zones. They're serving their zone, and not just to the zones, but the float on some of these serves is just incredible. Tough serves. I know they work hard at that.
As Adrian Haggerty comes away with the point for Highline, tying us up at 4.
You know, she's so quick here, and then she goes back to serve. She's like, wait, one more. Every single time she goes back, just give it to me before I serve.
As Haggerty's ready, skip a step to the approach, and into the net it goes.
That's a shame. She's such a good server. Every once in a while, I'll get away from you. It's too bad.
And now Demary Sugg will serve for Spokane. And service is up and clearing the net, set by Troy. They're going toward Bell, and that one is well out.
I thought that might drop. It was a little miss hit right there, but sometimes those dropping are the best hits of the game.
But again, the key is to pretend like you meant to do
yeah,
it if it lands right on the line.
Exactly, and of course you did if it's in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Nguyen
like that with the spinner.
Right there, she did intend to do that. I tell you, she saved that. She wasn't quite in position, but she knew she had to get in. She put that side spin on, brings it right back in. What an incredible shot.
And now back to serve for Highline is going to be Keani Troy. Gallagher waits for it. They go outside. Here comes Gould, and just out of bounds. Highline ties it up 6-6. So we know this is a game where you have to make adjustments as you go. You can't wait for a break between frames. You have to do it on the go. As there's a good block by Nguyen to give Highline the lead.
You know, you got to be really careful now if you're a Spokane. Highline does have the ability to come back.
Oh, no doubt.
They've shown it. They've shown it all season long.
Service is good. Russell, and here comes Gould trying to pick that back left corner. Kawa. And now set to the outside for Russell. And way out of bounds it goes. That time off the hand of Betham. And Highline kind of playing at a little bit of a disadvantage as Madison Sackman, one of their big outside hitters, succumbed to an injury during an earlier matchup. She is over on the bench right now. Saw her during the national anthem using crutches to stand.
Yeah, that's really sad for Highline.
This ball clears. Gallagher waits for it. They go to the outside once more, and Straw off the block collects the point. 8-7 Sasquatch. And Jordan Schaff, the freshman outside hitter out of Spokane, to do the serving here. 8-7. And just clearing the net, Troy and Gallagher able to receive it. Schaff.
That's a great up. Again, I like that little Spokane libero. She's all over the place. Sometimes she plays middle back, sometimes she plays left back. Today she's playing middle back.
Now 9-7 score. Got a much closer third set here. But around here is where Spokane over the last couple of sets began to break away. So we'll see if that trend continues as service is up and good. Kawa waits for it. Troy. And now on the outside, Russell. Able to keep it in play and hit across by Troy. Russell to the left and Straw.
You know, they're really taking advantage of that outside hitter. She's a little bit smaller. I mean, she jumps really well, but she is a little bit smaller than they hit that outside hand. Really took advantage of that. Good timeout by Chris.
So another timeout taken. Before we send you away, we'd like to remind you that today's game is in fact brought to you by Baden. If you couldn't tell by the giant ball back there on the right side of your screen.
I love that. Love the Baden ball.
I love it too.
Yep.
And a reminder, we'd like to thank Baden for supplying the official game balls of the NWAC Championships. Baden is committed to developing and producing the highest quality products in sports and is driven by what is best for the athletes. Baden, perform better.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
To 7, the score here at the Convention Center, and a 2-0 lead for the Community College of Spokane. And back to serve again is going to be Schaff. Service is up and good. Again, timeout just taken by Highline, and Nguyen trying to collect the point off the block. They go outside again to Straw, who comes away with it. 11-7 the score.
You know, I think Spokane has spread out their offense. They are going outside a little bit more, and Highline's going to have two blockers up on that. They got to be ready.
And Schaff ready to serve once again. Service is up and good. Waiting for it now, Troy, and here comes Nguyen. Ball clears. And they go to Nguyen once more. Softer approach. And Russell. And that's on the soft approach works, and you can credit it to McGrath.
Good job there again. It took 2 rallies over before they get control for that kill.
And sophomore Kate McGrath not making as much noise as usual. Got a 5'8", or correction, 6'3" sophomore out of Normandy Park, Washington. Holy Names High School. And back it goes. Russell. Wow.
What a hit.
Some nuclear power from Russell.
That was an incredible dig. Okay, setting it up for Highline. Oh, you got to attack that.
And here comes Straw again from the left side.
Nice defense. Oh, you know what? Highline is showing incredible discipline right now in their defense. That was incredible discipline, followed by an incredible cross-court hit. Excellent rally from Highline.
So 11-9 as the timeout seems to have worked for the Thunderbirds. Momentum seems to be shifting sides of the court here.
They're reminding us why they're here, why they're at the championship game. That was an incredible rally.
And they are a scrappy bunch. So they go to the right side. Russell again. Kawa waits for it. They go to Nguyen, and way out of bounds this time.
got to keep that ball in play to stay in this game.
And headed back to serve now will be McKenna Russell.
You know, it's really important too because, you know, for Spokane, you know, they can taste it right now. They're feeling it right now, and sometimes you get a little bit tense, a little bit excited. You lose focus a little bit. I saw during that last time out just how relaxed they are and still focused.
And speaking of focus, how about the power of that last hit from Mawal?
Holy cow. You know, there's a reason she's one of their go-to hitters, for sure.
Ball cleared, set by Russell, and Mawal again. Another point for the Sasquatch.
We have our Under Armour Player of the Week each week for the NWAC Volleyball, and we submit that to the AVCA National Player of the Year, and we were able to get that National Player of the Year in Joelle the very first week of the season. So, and that was our only national player for the AVCA. So congratulations to Joelle Mahold on that from Spokane. Kind of made her a target though for the whole season.
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
That's the disadvantage of being named week one. It's like, whoa.
I know, right off the bat, and Mahold getting some big expectations. She collects another point.
She's handled it very well.
Oh, indeed.
Needless to say.
She just put together a dynamite season.
Oh, yeah.
This whole Spokane team's put together a great season. Then you got Highline on the other side. No slouches either.
No. And like I say, this is the championship. Both teams deserve to be here. Both teams had stellar seasons.
And set up on the left side, waiting for it, Straw, and they go once more to Rayner. And Mahold up front. Again.
It's up, it's up.
And now they
nice
go
set.
Straw.
Oh, that's too bad. Got to touch that block. You know, sometimes those blocks, even a touch can destroy you on that. Sometimes it's a setup for an offense, but sometimes a little bit too much touch can let that ball drop and no one can get to it. So unfortunately, that's the way it fell for Highline there.
So 16-10, and now Russell to serve for the Sasquatch. And clearing the net, and Mahold.
She's kind of taking it over right now, you know?
Well, there's no doubt about that.
And of course, every middle blocker loves an overpass.
Set up over the outstretched hand of Mahold this time. And here comes Rayner. Kawa to Nguyen. And Mahold hits it across once more. And off the boundary marker, a point for Spokane, 18-10. So here in the latter parts of set 3, an 8-point lead for the Community College of Spokane. And back to serve once more will be Lindsay Russell. Little pass up front, and Talaiga up front.
Nice cover.
Hit across.
Settle down now, settle down, hands up.
And another one up front for Rayner. 19-10 as Spokane is now only 6 points away, and another timeout taken by the Thunderbirds. So away we step again, but don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
And big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. You know how I can tell that the NWAC Executives iPod, Marco Acerti is playing? We're getting all this music from 2013 coming back for a comeback tour. Getting a one-man Army attempt as the first volley's up, and a quick point for the Spokane Sasquatch. 20-10 is the score as the threshold of 20 has been crossed. 5 points for the Sasquatch, 5 points away from the perfect season.
Right. You know, they're just on fire. There's not another word for it. They're just so together, so balanced. You know, and Ginny's done such a great job. The last time she was to the championship and won, well, the last time she won the championship was in 2009. So it's been 9 years. It hasn't been an easy year for her. We said yesterday how she broke her jaw over a month ago, and she's had to go a month of the season with her mouth wired shut and not being able to talk to her team. So her assistants have stepped up, and you know they've filled in. She's been there throughout the whole time. How hard would that be as a coach? So right now I know she's just excited and so proud of her team for what they're trying to accomplish and what they do. You know, and like we said before, it's not going to stop here. It is not going to stop here.
And serve from Straw now, 21-11 the score. They go outside and blocked up front by Rayner, 22-11. And coming back to serve now will be Straw. Get you a little better angle on the serve here as it is up and across, and a little awkward pass to the side, and way out of bounds it goes, 23-11.
You know, this is the hardest part if you're a Highline. You know, you're so far in the hole, you've worked so hard, and everything you do doesn't seem to be working for you. You just got to take a big breath, try to get that next point. That's all you can do right now.
And here comes Haggerty.
Something fantastic.
Set, and Haggerty again. Highline not gone just yet.
No, they're not going to give up. That's not the character of that team.
Never.
They're going to fight to the end, and they've worked hard, and they know that. So you're going to see that from Highline. Quality program.
And back to serve now is going to be Taisha Akana.
Coaches are coaching, and that, you know, that's the thing about volleyball. There is no time limit. You can come back. It's been done before. Oh.
And there is match point.
Holy cow.
And guess who? It's Mahold coming through with that hit.
Oh, she'd love that. She's going to remember that hit for years to come.
Oh, there that is perfection.
Next to the match point, no block up, perfect set, boom. Oh, that felt good.
So match point for Spokane, one away from the perfect season. And doing the serving will be Allison Russell.
39-0, going for 40 right here.
And what a season it's been, but a service error will delay it at least another point.
That was funny. She just...
At this point, though, it looks like the writing is on the wall.
You know, she's smiling, you know, oh my gosh. That's your most inspirational right there. She just wants a little bit more activity. Oh, that's fun.
Serve from Haggerty. And that is a good sign from Highline. As Haggerty to go back to serve, it'll have to be perfection from here on out. Service up. Gallagher can't handle it. 24-15.
You know, I just want Haggerty to have some good serves right now.
And Haggerty again skipping the serve. Gallagher. Set Russell outside. Here's Gould and down off the block. And the Spokane Sasquatch are the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Champions.
Congratulations to Jenny and the team on a successful season. 40-0, unheard of. And again, congratulations to Jenny Hall for the NWAC Coach of the Year for 2018. And also congratulations to Joelle Mahold, sophomore leader on their team, making the NWAC Player of the Year, and Baden Player of the Year for the NWAC. Congratulations to both players and the entire team.
And don't you go anywhere. We will have a little more coverage when we come back, and right here on the NWAC Sports Network.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
It motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And big welcome back to the 2018 NWAC Volleyball Championships. I'm down here with the NWAC in Baden Player of the Year, and that is Joelle Mahol. Joelle, how are you doing down there?
Oh my gosh, I am wrecked right now. This is something we've been looking forward to all year, so I don't really have words to express it right now.
So you got a chance to face a team that you already took down in the A bracket once.
Yes.
So how was that when it came to the confidence level coming into the championship?
It was super helpful with our confidence. We knew their tendencies now. We knew who their big hitters were. We knew they were going to put up a big fight. So it was helpful knowing that, and I think that just helped us play a little bit better.
All right, and of course, you guys have had a target on your back all season,
yes.
And it looks like nobody was able to hit it again. You guys came out victorious as championships. The first perfect season in the NWAC since the early 90s. How does that make the team feel?
So crazy. I don't think it was a very big goal of ours, so we hit about 20-0, but now to be where we're at, it's insane. Super, super awesome.
All right, so it's your last chance to tell America how you feel, because we're just about out of time here on the broadcast. So, Joelle, your closing remarks.
Roll Squatch, let's do this!
Roll Squatch, you heard it right here. A big thank you to Joel down there. Again, a big congratulations. And we are just about wrapped up here. Again, Spokane coming away with the perfect season, 40-0. Coach Jenny Hull winning Coach of the Year, and Joel Mahold winning the NWAC and Baden Player of the Year. What a season it was for the Spokane Sasquatch. So 364 more days until we award this trophy again. But until then, from all of us here at the Northwestern Athletic Conference, my associate Kathy Woods, who is with me on the broadcast today, I am Wes Tucker, and we will see you next year. Goodbye, everybody.